Hey guys, Magnus here. So there has been a trend going along with this whole tier list thing. I've seen some pretty funny ones. By the way, this B tier here was meant to say bad tier, but it's just come up as B, and I can't be bothered change. Actually, can I change it? I can change it. Label name. Bad tier. There we go. There we go. So yeah, this is a Simpsons character tier. So there isn't anything tapped out related, so I've decided just to go with Simpsons characters. However, if any of you guys want to do me a massive favour and go to tiermaker.com, or whatever it is, or .co.uk, I don't even know what the website is, but go to tiermaker, and if you can make me a tapped out characters one with every single tapped out character, I would appreciate it wholesomely. However, I'm not expecting anyone to do that. But if you do that for any chance, please definitely link it in the description. I will be sure to give you a shout out and do a video on it. But anyway, we're going to be ranking the Simpsons characters. So these are mostly just main characters with a few kind of oddballs here and there, which weren't really mains. Yeah, so I did actually do another one of these as well, which had Bleeding Gums Murphy in it, and I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't have Bleeding Gums Murphy in it from the looks of things. Whatever, we're gonna go do it. So basically, how I'm gonna do it. So S tier is like the best of the best, and then the bad tier is like the bad characters that really don't do any, like, either aren't funny to me or just kind of like they're either unfunny or just assholes and just terrible characters and terrible people. So we're starting off with Abraham Simpson, and I'm gonna put him as a solid B tier. I think, and we're also doing story arcs as well, by the way. So how funny they are, and also what story arcs they have in different episodes. So yeah, I think Grandpa, definitely a funny character. I think he's definitely a B grade. I don't know if I'd put him quite as an A though. We have Agnes. I think Agnes actually has some really funny moments. She doesn't actually have any character arc, though, so she can't go above a C. However, I don't think she's that funny, so I think D's fair for Agnes. We have Apu. Apu's definitely an A tier. I'm tempted to put him as S, but I think he makes sense as A tier because he's funny and he has some really good character arcs in there, but I just don't think he's quite an S tier. We have Barney. Barney's on a similar level to Grandpa, but I don't think Barney has had some arcs. I just don't think they've been great. So I'm going to put Barney at C because he's still really funny. I just don't think his arcs are that great. We have Bart. Bart's a weird one because he does have arcs. He has plenty of arcs in there, and he is a funny character. He's S tier. He's an S tier character. I think he deserves that. Only just though. I'll try and order them so it will literally rank them from. So what we'll do is the one who's at the front is the closest to S tier. So Apu is at the minute the closest A. I will go through it when I complete it. Then we have Carl. I think Carl's on the same level as Agnes, as a D level. I think he definitely has some funny moments, but I don't know. I just don't think he's that amazing. I don't think he's that funny, and I don't think, apart from that episode where he goes to Iceland, he doesn't really have any arc. Montgomery Burns is a straight up S tier. I know I've already got 2 S tiers on my list, but Montgomery Burns is just a hell of a character. Definitely one of the best. Definitely the best villain, and I really think people underappreciate him because he's a villain. But he's actually a really well crafted character, and he's had plenty of arcs. Chief Wiggum. I think Chief Wiggum goes on the same as Barney. He has some funny moments, but doesn't really have great character arcs. Comic book guy. Yeah, I think he's the same. I think he has some really good arcs, but I don't think he's that amazingly funny. Dr. Hibbert goes for a B. I think Dr. Hibbert, although he doesn't have any arcs, he's had a few here and there where he's done stuff. Actually, I think I'm going to swap these around, I think I'm going to put Hibbert here and Comic Book Guy here. Because Comic Book Guy actually has had some really good arcs. I completely forgot about him marrying his wife. But I don't know about Dr. Hibbert. I don't think he's really had many. But he's definitely a funny character, so he goes there. Dr. Nick. Difficult one, man. Difficult one. Yeah, this one is difficult, I'm going to put him as E. I don't think he's that funny. Like, apart from his one-liner, hey everybody, hi Dr. Nick. Like, he has some funny moments in there. I just don't think he's really that complex of a comedic, you know, he's not like that much of a comedic joke. He's just an idiot. That's all he is. And yeah, he has some funny things. I just don't think he's that well rounded. Edna Krabappel, I'm very tempted to put as S tier because she has a really good arc, but then her comedy kind of isn't. I'm tempted to put her as S, but I think we'll leave her as A. I think that's fair enough. She's on par with our poo. Fat Tony, I think Fat Tony is really good. But they did kill him off, so D. I know that he gets replaced, but I don't know. I think D is fair enough. Yeah, I think... Actually, yeah, I'll put him as C. Go for it. And with Frank Grimes, of course, he's only really in one episode, so this is a hard one. We have to judge him on just that episode. So he can't... I just don't think Frank can go into S just for that thing. He was a good character, but not quite A. I wouldn't quite go for B. I think another C. It's difficult because my C one's becoming quite quite fat. Willie, I think Willie. See, this is a difficult one. I'd put Willie at B. I think he has some really funny moments, but not loads of arcs. And I'm going to contradict myself in a minute. I can tell you that. Hank Scorpio. I think Hank Scorpio is a well-rounded character, to be fair. And a really good villain for that one episode. I think I'm going to put him as A. I think he was really well done, to be fair. I don't know he's only a one episode character, but I still think he deserves A tier. Mole Man, also A tier. I think, although yes, he doesn't have any character arcs, I get that. I think he's so hilarious. I just love how he's just so because he's not an idiot. He's somewhat intelligent. He just constantly the world just keeps beating on him. Then with Homer, obviously S tier. No one's really gonna dispute me on that, are they? I think he's a solid, well-rounded character all round. Ken Brockman, I don't think Ken Brockman's that funny, you know. I'm going to put him at D. Even tempted to put him at E, but I think we'll stick him at D there. He's on the same level as Agnes and Carl. He's not that hilariously funny. Krusty the Clown has to be an A. I think he is very funny and he has a lot of arcs and stuff, so it makes sense that he would go there. Yeah, I think he deserves that. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I think I'm happy enough with that. Lenny goes on the same with Carl. I think Carl is slightly funnier than Lenny. Actually, they're not really. I think Lenny's funnier than Carl, you know. So I think in terms of, we'll try and order them. So what I meant is, so the one on the left is the best. So like with S tier here, Homer's better than Bart. But I'd say Burns is better than. I'd say Homer's better than Burns, but Burns is better than Bart's. And then Apu's good. I think Apu's probably the best. Then Krusty, then Edna, then Mole Man, then Hank Scorpio. Actually, no, then Hank Scorpio, then Mole Man, because Hank Scorpio had more of an arc. I'd switch them around, and then for this, I think that's pretty. I probably swap Wiggum and actually no, I put Wiggum there. Yeah, I think that one's pretty good. And then C, yeah, I've already did D, didn't I? D tier. Anyway, so we have Lisa. So Lisa is a difficult one, because although I think I love her as a character, I think she's just off the S tier and on the A tier, so she's just below Bart, but she's better than Apu. Maggie, as much as I think Maggie is cute and all, it's difficult to put her in like the S tier or the A tier. I think honestly, guys, I hate to be harsh to Maggie, but she's a C tier character. She has some funny moments, but she doesn't really have that much going for her. Marge, I think Marge is on par with Lisa, just after. I'd actually put Apu above Marge, though. I'd put Marge there. Martin, see, Martin's a weird one, because I don't think he's that great, you know? I think he has some funny moments, but I think he's a D tier, you know? Meg Quimby, another difficult one. I think he does have some funny moments there, here and there. Of course, that is my name on the Discord, so that's instantly an S tier. No, I'm joking. I reckon I'm going to put Meg Quimby. I'd probably put Maggie. I put Maggie above Fat Tony, and then I'd probably put Meg Quimby just above Dr. Hibbert, but not as high as him. Milhouse, I'm putting Milhouse in E. The only reason I'm not putting him in bad tier is because I don't think he's terrible. I think he has some okay moments. But I tell you this right now, Milhouse is one of my most hated characters. I think he's so boring and I don't care about him. And he's such a one-noted character sometimes that he kind of annoys me like most of the time I watch him. He's one of my most hated Simpsons characters, I'll be brutally honest. So this is probably just my opinion, but he's going right down here. And it's a shame because, oh no, his parents are on the list. Get in. Mo, S tier. I think he's better than Burns, but not as good as Homer. Ned Flanders is a classic. He's an A tier, guys. He is an A tier. I probably would put him probably above Marge, you know, but not as good as Apu. Anyway, Nelson. I think Nelson is definitely a B tier, but I'm gonna put him even in front of Grandpa because I definitely think he has some really sweet moments in there. Just not as good to be on the A tier. Otto's one of those characters that just kind of is one-noted most of the time, so doesn't really have that much going for him. So I'm going to put him there. Now we have... Which one's Selma, which one's Patty? I need to work it out. So Selma... I'm just going to do both of these guys at once. So Selma... They really haven't made it easy for me. So I can't... Okay, so blue dress is Selma, right? So this is Selma. So Selma goes into A tier. And she's going to be... below Edna, but above Hank Scorpio. And then Patty, which is this one, which I think I'm right, is going into bad tier because I honestly hate Patty. I don't think she has anything redeeming about her at all, and she's really a one-note character. I just find her episodes boring. I think these are two twins that really you can tell the difference from the episodes. I just don't like Patty. I'll be honest. Or is that Selma? No, that's Patty. Anyway, Principal Skinner. I think he's a B tier. He's just below Grandpa, but above Willie. He has some really good episodes, I know. I just don't find him as funny as some of these characters, or as interesting as some of these characters. Professor Frink, the crazy bastard himself. E tier. I don't think he's that great, you know? Like, he's okay. I'd probably put Milhouse here. And then... I'd probably put Otto above him, you know? And definitely Dr. Nick over him. Ralph, I think Ralph has some funny moments, but I think I'm going to put him... I'll put Martin here. Actually, yeah, Martin belongs there. Yeah, I'd put Ralph Wiggum just under his father. Reverend Lovejoy, I think Reverend Lovejoy, I said this, I was going to say this in my other video where I was going to do a different tier list, but I love the Reverend Lovejoy episode where he saves Ned Flanders, that whole one where he ignores Ned Flanders the whole episode and then saves him. And I think just for that episode alone, he's going on the B, and he's going to go right above Nelson. That's right. Actually, no, he's not going to go above Nelson. He's going to go below Nelson. But he goes there. He is there. He's up there. Then we have the Sea Captain. It's a difficult one. I think he has some funny lines, and I definitely prefer him above Milhouse. I'm going to put Dr. Nick there instead, actually. But he's an E grade, but only just. Sideshow Bob. This Sideshow Bob, man. I'm going to put him... You know, I think it's fittingly below Krusty, but above Edna. It would make more sense if he's below Krusty, but I'm going to put... Yeah, I'm going to put him there. Because I just think he's a well-rounded villain, but not as good as Mr. Burns. Sideshow Mel, again, he's another one of these kind of characters. He does stuff, but he's not really that great. He's not really that hilarious. I'd put him above... Actually, no, I'm going to put him below Milhouse. Snake, I think Snake has some really funny stuff. I don't know if I quite go for B, though. I go for C. I put him below Barney. Yeah. I think that's fair. Superintendent Chalmers, I think he's a solid D character. I'll put him above Martin, above Lenny and Carl. Actually, no, I wouldn't put him above Lenny and Carl. I'd just put him there. Troy Mcclure. Troy Mcclure is an interesting one. I think he is a solid B. I'd put him just above Grandpa. I do really enjoy Troy McClure. Wayland Smithers. See. I don't know about Wayland. Like, he has funny moments. I just don't know if he's really that great. I'll put him at D. Lionel Hutz. See, Lionel Hutz and Troy McClure just kind of have to go hand in hand. I think Lionel Hutz is actually better than Troy McClure in my opinion. So I'm going to put him there, but they're very close. Kang and Kodos are an interesting one because I think that some of the Treehouse of Horror episodes, a few of them, are really sold by these guys, and these guys really sold the Treehouse of Horror things. Just for that, I have to give them credit where credit is due. They are funny, they do have some really good moments. They don't really have an arc, so I think C is fine for them. I'll probably just put them in front, in between Wiggum and Clancy. Yeah, I think that's fair. Jimbo really doesn't do much, so I'm just gonna put him down here with these guys. Then we have Jasper Beardley. Yeah, I don't know. He gets frozen that one time, I guess, but he doesn't. He has some funny one-liners again. I think I'll put him above Milhouse anyway. He's there. The twins, Terry and Sherry. Again, don't really do much. It's a hard one. I reckon I'll just put them there, just below Jimbo, but not as good, but better than Otto. Actually, no, Otto's way better. Actually, Frink is better. They're just going there. Then we have Kirk Van Houten. I don't particularly think he's a very interesting character at all, so I'm just going to put him actually, I think I'm going to put him at E, below the twins. Like, he's close to the bad tier, but he's not quite in the bad tier. I just don't think he's very interesting. We have Rainier Wolfcastle. He has some funny moments. I'll probably put him above. No, I wouldn't put him above Skinner or Comic Book Guy. I think, you know, he's better than Maggie. He's going there. I don't care what you guys think. And then Luann, bad tier. She's going to the way. Actually, hang on. Yeah, so I've really contradicted myself here, actually. So the best is Homer, and then Lisa is the closest to S. So Nelson is the closest to A. So Barney is the... Oh, no, that works out. There you go. So Luann is the worst character out of this entire list. Cletus is... you know what? Cletus D. Like, he doesn't do much, but he has some really funny things. But anyway, that's my list. That's my tier list. There you go. I know it's kind of like... I don't know. I think it's fairly balanced. The B tier could do with one more. The bad tier is like... The bad and the S tier. I don't expect very many there. But there you go. That's it for that. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts on the tier list. Which characters do you think I mean, whatever. Which characters do you think I put in the wrong place? Which ones would you swap out? And yeah, if anyone can actually make that tapped out thing, that would be really appreciated. If you could do it. I would do it if I had the time. I may end up doing it myself. I will end up doing it myself if one of you guys doesn't do it. But if one of you guys wants to take the time to do it and wants a shout out, then go ahead. If not, don't have to bother. I'll probably do it eventually. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.